to get you, Barbara.
How's it hanging, Phil?
What's the prime time, bitch?
Come and get it! So either put the gun down now, or kiss your ass goodbye.
Let's get this party started.
I agree, Dana. Let's get this party started. So, welcome back to Sledgehammer Horror, guys. I am Ken Sledge, and let's talk horror. So, today I'm joined by a friend of the channel, someone that has been here before, but it's been a minute. We have the amazing Kyle-Flett of Flett's Movie and Pop Culture. Kyle, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm happy to be here. I appreciate the invite. You know, it's been a long time since I actually seen House, but I'm excited to watch it, rewatch again with you, Ken, and hang out with everybody in the chat. This is an awesome time, and I know it's been a long time since the last time you had me, but I'm back on again. This is gonna be a fun evening.
Yeah, I'm very excited. So I do have it pinned in the chat, guys. So you don't have to own the movie to watch it. It is free on YouTube, which to me, I've always been pissy about because the movie's so good. But tonight it makes me very happy because this is not only my first horror movie, this is my favorite horror movie. So to do a watch along with all of you, hang out, watch this movie means so much to me. So do you want to tell people a little bit about what you do over at the channel, Kyle?
Yeah, so you can find me on my channel, Flett's Movies and Pop Culture 13. You know, I do reviews, you know, rankings, live streams, interviews. And anyone who wants to know, I do have a lot of interviews coming up actually. You know, with Adrian Barbeau, Adam Marcus, Dick Verloc, all three of those, you know, heavy hitters coming up eventually. And yeah, got a lot of stuff coming for the channel too. If you're already not subscribed, definitely come check out the content that you love, and we all shared. And then anyone who's my subscribers who's in the chat tonight that's not subscribed to Sledgehammer Horror, go subscribe to Ken and Ashley as well. So
what I was gonna say, you guys don't have to go far to check out Kyle's channel because all his links are down in the description, guys. So like I said earlier at the beginning, make sure that you are subscribing to his channel. All you gotta do is click the links down in the description so you can become a part of his family as well. Let's see here. We got Sean. House, I won't be watching because I only saw it a few months ago. Hey, man, we understand. We totally get it. On second thought, why not? All right, well, yeah. Hell yeah. Come on.
Oh, there you go.
It's not Jason Goes to Hell, so I won't cry in pain. Love you, buddy. Oh, hell yeah, Anthony. Can't wait to see what you got cooking, man.
Hey,
what's up, Adrian?
Adrian.
Ashton, what's up, buddy?
Ashton.
Jeannie, hello.
Hey, Gene.
All right. Hello and thanks, Stacy Wood. Oh yeah, I would love Paul Dano as William Kent because they are doing a remake of this film.
Yes,
which I'm super nervous about. I think everybody that knows me knows. Again, this is my favorite horror movie. You know, it's the first one I ever watched. It's my favorite, so I'm gonna be nervous as hell about them doing a remake just because of what this movie means to me. But yeah. Only time will tell, man. I mean, it could be super dope. It could be absolutely dog shit. I mean, even 100%. If it's the worst movie ever made, it will never take away from how great the original is to me.
And Sean S. Cunningham produced this. So
yes, and he's doing the remake. So I don't think that he would screw up a remake of a film that helped put him on the map. And I don't know. I'm super nervous about it, but at the same time, what's the worst that could happen? It'll be a bad movie, and I'll never watch it again.
Yeah, definitely. You know? Just like I said the same things when Wes's Craven's movies were being remade. I said the same thing, but then some of those came with some of the best remakes I ever seen. So hopefully we have the same execution with House, but we never know.
I'm hoping, man, because like I said, this is such a timeless movie to me. Sorry, guys, I'm sharing this out on socials so that way we can get it all ready to go before. I was actually laying down with my daughter and almost fell asleep when I looked at my clock. I was like, oh, God, I got to get up. So
yeah,
just sharing it out, trying to get people over. And like I said, guys, if you weren't here a little bit ago, we have it in the description. Or in the chat. So make sure you're clicking that link, joining us for this watch along. As I said before, this is a movie to me that is so special. Me and my grandma used to watch this movie
Okay.
almost every single day. Like we would sit and watch this movie. I mean, I could probably quote this movie word for word, and I'm not being like facetious or funny or anything like that. Like, that's how well I know this movie. I still, to this day, I still watch this movie probably 7, 8 times a year.
Yeah.
It's more than a comfort movie to me. It's just like, if anything, like if I'm super sad or like having a bad day, I'll like throw this movie on and just sit and chill and watch it. What's your
Yeah.
history with this movie, Kyle?
Oh man, so when I watched it the first time, I thought I really enjoyed this movie. I had a really good experience when I first watched this movie. Ken, it was the first time I ever watched it was like 24 years ago.
Yeah.
So it was on TV, it was House from 1985. I've always been a fan of the haunted house movies, and I think this is one of the best ones, I think. And the performances are amazing and very well produced, very well directed. It's one of those. It's been a while since a few years I've seen it, but it's one of my favorite movies as well. I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite. I think it's one of them. Should be if you're fans of 80 movies, if you haven't seen this movie, I recommend you watch it. This is
It's funny
one of the
because
best.
when you watch it now, you could definitely, especially like the opening, like the
Yeah.
title sequence, you could totally feel a Friday the 13th Sean Cunningham influence here. And then obviously Kane Hodder does stunts as Big Ben's. Kane Hodder's in this film. And we got to meet William Catt. Like that was a huge experience for us at Sledgehammer Horror. I was so nervous before meeting him because people had told me that he was a dick. And I was so nervous. I was like, man, please be cool. Please be cool. And he was the nicest, coolest dude. Man, I was so excited to meet him. So
I can remember who directs this movie again.
I thought it was Sean Cunningham directed this movie.
Is it? Because I know he
I could be wrong, but I thought Sean directed it as well.
Yeah. I just want to make sure. I just couldn't remember totally.
Oh, Steve Miner. Duh. Steve Miner.
Oh yeah, well, it definitely feels like Friday the 13th as well because Steve Miner
it's Sean
part 2 and 3.
Steve Miner. That's why I was brain farting. But those two working together. Steve Miner obviously did a lot of the Friday the 13th movies as well. So it's this is another thing about this movie I think is so underrated is this movie has everything.
It does.
It's
it has
a love story. It's a war story. It's a missing kid story. It's a monster movie. It has
all.
Bit of everything.
It has all kinds of genres in here, which I think is cool. They mix it very well.
Yeah. So, do you have yours all loaded up and ready to go?
Oh yeah, it's 00 seconds ready to go.
All right. So, guys, on the count of 3, we are going to start House. And if at any point anyone needs, actually, I'm going to put that here real quick.
And hello, Big Rod. How are you doing?
Yeah, Big Rod is the man. Just trying to fix something real quick before we start going.
Hope you're all in the chat having a good evening and a good week.
All right. All right. So now we got on the bottom. If you need a timestamp, please ask. And with us all being on YouTube, it should be pretty easy to get. So on the count of 3, we are going to start watching my personal favorite horror movie of all time. So 1, 2, 3, go.
And it has a good score too, by the way.
Oh, this is one of the best scores.
Sean Cunningham production. I love the red credits.
Yeah, dude, that's so good.
And then have the house the shot through the O.
We went to that house.
Oh, you did, huh?
Yeah, me, my wife, and kids went to the house, and it was just so like, dude, it was so powerful. Like just being there, like, was. And I like this, like how they're showing pictures of the house, but it's like the reverse photography right here.
Yeah, and I agree, and that's amazing that you've seen the house, Ken, because not all the houses are going to be the same from those locations, right? So that's cool.
Dude,
that's the same.
It was so awesome. A buddy of ours, Michael Colomb, great director, fantastic writer. He when we went to California, he took us out there to the house, and he was like, dude, you got to go. I know how much it means to you. And he took us out there, dude. And it was just like, oh, dude, it's breathtaking to be out there. And there it is. Music by Henry Manfredini.
Yeah, Harry Manfredini. They're all the Friday people are here. So. And there's something about this camera, the way it moves through the backyard.
And this is the first jump scare I ever seen coming up. The very first jump scare that I ever seen in my entire life.
So the very first jump scare that scared Ken Sledge, huh?
Oh man, yeah. I didn't get it, man, because like I didn't know, like, this was the first horror movie I seen.
Right.
So like I didn't know what a jump scare was. I was probably 4 when I watched this for the first time. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, and this jump scare, it got me, man.
And did it say the story was by Fred Decker?
Fred Decker.
Yeah. Isn't he the director of the same one for Night of the Creeps?
I believe so.
Okay. That's very cool if it is.
Yeah. He did Night of the Creeps, Monster Squad, RoboCop 3.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I noticed in some of these movies, Ken, they use the can.
You're cutting out real bad, man. You're freezing really bad.
Uh-oh. That's weird.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. Can you hear me?
Okay. I can now.
What I was going to say, I always like how they use the audience knowing what's going on.
Mm-hmm. What's up, J-Dev? When's the House 2 watch along? He did also do the newest The Predator, yeah. I was obsessed with I still love Monster Squad, J-Dev. Here it comes. The first jump scare I ever seen.
This one that's coming up?
Yep. It's me, the grocery boy. I'm at 403, 4, 5, 6. Remember, guys, this is streaming for free on YouTube. So we have that link in the chat. So if you want to do it right through YouTube, you can as well. Here it is.
Wow.
Got me, man.
I just forgot about that for a second.
Dude, like as a kid, yeah, that got me, man. As a kid, I was so invested. I was just like, oh, she's dead.
Well, because no one's expecting that either. It's watching
Right.
This.
Right.
For being your first horror movie, too, I could definitely understand that, too, right?
Dude, once they... Oh, God, I got to be a part of this remake, man.
They definitely got it. I know they're going to remake it, but they still got to, capture with the magic of the original.
Exactly.
It. So... Hey, Byron.
Hey, Byron. Hey, what's up, Infinite Angel? What's up, Prince? Yeah, it took me off there for a second. If you guys need a timestamp, we are watching House free on YouTube. So if you need a timestamp to watch along with us, my first horror movie, my favorite horror movie, let me know and we will give you a timestamp.
And hey, crazy country boy, how are you doing?
To my good friend Johan. I would even love that if they did a remake, if I could be one of the people in line, just saying like, what's up, y'all? Like Mr. Cobb.
Just looking at the camera, right at the camera, staring at you.
Right. Yeah. Mr. Cobb, man, huge fan of your book. I would do that in a heartbeat.
And I'll be like, I think I know that guy. And I'll be in the feed up. Oh, that's Ken. Yeah, Brave the
Like
people like,
Erica.
what are you talking? Yeah. You knew some of the the wardrobe back then too they're using.
Oh
Pretty-
yeah. I'll treasure this always. It's so awesome. I'm actually hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna have it in just a second.
All right.
Why is it not working?
That's cool cam work when they're walking across the streets and the cars go by.
Yes, and they still got the volume picking them up. You know, they're wearing mics.
Yeah.
So here it is, guys. The house.
That's the
There's
picture
me
you
and my
took?
family.
Awesome.
Yeah. Me and my kids and my wife. Obviously, you guys know Ashley. That's all of us at the house right there. And it was so fucking rad, dude.
Looking at the film just now and looking at that, looks exactly the same.
Yeah. Dude, like I was so my kids were like, "Are we ready yet?" I was like, "You shut your fucking mouth." Like, we are not ready.
Can't pull out the sledgehammer. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was like, "Listen, this means so much to me." Like, it was so dope being there, man. I can't even put it into words how much it meant to me to be at the house.
Especially you're being at a filming location, you're like, this is where they film my favorite movie, right?
Right.
So, and like, oh, this is where this happened. This is like sex spot.
See, and I love this right here. Like where you have no idea what he's doing. Like they don't clue you into anything, but he's calling Agent Thatcher to try to figure out something's going on.
Right.
They don't do stuff like this anymore.
They
hear
don't.
anything?
And that's what some horror is missing.
Right.
Don't get me wrong.
This is like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Yes, Dylan, they are. Oh, House, Sean. I love Jason Goes to Hell. I love it, but House is my number one.
I know you're gonna definitely be there when I interview Adam Marcus.
Oh, dude. And not only that, but Adam Marcus is a great guy.
Yeah, one of the nicest dudes in the community. Like
he is.
Movies. So
what's up, Ryan? Nice to see you,
hey,
buddy.
Ryan.
Thanks for stopping out.
Thank you all for being here.
I love this. I'm on the phone for crying out loud. Oh, it's so awesome.
Look at those old computers.
Yeah. And she's still using a payphone.
It's been a long time since I've seen a payphone. So you can still hear me, just making sure I'm still good. Am I, Ken?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh, and guys, Ryan also did put Kyle's link for YouTube in the chat. So make sure that you are subscribing there as well.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that.
Ryan's the best in the game, man.
This dialogue is pretty funny too.
Oh, I know. I love this. How he's like, I'm a fucking idiot.
Definitely.
Such a jerk. I hate that fade out though. I hate fade outs. I think they're the laziest, like, I don't know, writing technique, I guess.
I agree. It looks like we're going to a commercial for a second.
Yeah. I hate fade outs, man.
Same, especially.
But what I love about this movie is you go from something so shitty like a fade out to this amazing piece of foreshadowing without even realizing it.
Yeah. Oh, cheesers. I forgot the hand was coming out of that.
Yeah, dude.
I forgot about that. Almost like a Carrie moment there where the hand comes out of the.
Which is even funnier because William Catt was in Carrie.
Right. I forgot about that.
He was killed by a falling bucket.
That's right. because he was Carrie's date.
Yeah. This, you notice that it's Craven Real Estate.
Craven. Yeah. Shout
Craven
out to
Real
Wes
Estate,
Craven
baby.
and our
Yep.
good friend Craven Something Scary as well.
Yep. I always loved that, like how you had that little nod to Wes right there. I always thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Just showing like how good of friends they were even back in the day, you know.
You know what this guy reminds me of?
What's that?
With the Bruce case, he almost looks like a young Ted Turner, if you know what I'm saying.
I can see that.
For some reason, it just looks like that. You know, Ken, it would have been cool if you were able to go into the house where your jump scare was.
People live there.
I know.
Yeah, I would like. I guess from what they were saying is like you have just like when we went to Salem.
Yeah,
like people will actually like try to go up on their porch or try to go like.
Well, you gotta respect the people that live there, right?
Yeah, like, what the fuck's wrong with you, man? Like that's somebody's home now. Like
it's different
than being a fan and being a fucking creep. Dude, like, can I go to your house? No, you can't come in my house.
No, it's different. They give you a permission, and it's a different story, right?
Right.
So if you don't, then respect it, right?
Yeah, that's why we didn't even go up. If you noticed in those pictures, we literally stayed on the road. Like, let me pull that back up. We didn't even go up on the sidewalk. Like, we stayed in the road just to show the ultimate respect to those people. Like,
of course, yeah.
This movie means the world to me. This house means the world to me, but I respect your boundaries. I respect that this is your house, and I'm not even going to come on the sidewalk in front of your house. What's up, Gory?
Hey, Gory Tiger, how you doing?
Exactly, Rod. Yeah, this is someone's property now.
For sure.
God, I love these. Like that's how it should be. Like you're going to a flashback, and just go through the flashback. You don't got to do a fade out, nothing like that. We understand now that something's going on.
It just feels like after these messages. I love those little frights we're doing out with the shears here.
Yeah. And then the music again.
I agree. It's such good music that fits the story well in the scene.
I mean, Harry Manfredini, I mean, there's just something special about him. Truffle shuffle in front of the window to the house of the Goonies.
That is pretty funny. Have you ever met Harry Manfredini, Ken?
No, I haven't.
No. I would love to.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, and I love that shot. It's so simple, but like you see Jimmy, then he dives in and Jimmy's gone and he's just looking around in the pool. Very simple, but very effective shot. Like it's so.
Yeah. You didn't need to do anything other than that.
Right. And if you watch our short film, Home is Where the Haunt Is on YouTube, shameless
I
plug,
did. Yes.
You'll see a lot of house influences in there that I did on purpose. Like they were purposely left in. You know, people go, "Oh, you were ripping off house." Yeah, if I was ripping it off, guys, I've seen it 8,275 times. I think I know that I'm doing that. It's a purpose, homage to the movie.
Yeah, just paying homage and stuff. A lot of horror movies do it to begin with.
Right.
See, no camera movement, just staring at them.
Right. And again, like to me, like this movie is so simple when it comes to that.
Yeah.
And all this right here, you got all this foreshadowing of what's about to happen.
For sure.
There's so many Coca-Cola things. Like earlier, he was drinking a Diet Coke at his computer. Now you got the Coca-Cola bottle right there. Like,
yeah, we could. Yeah, definitely.
Like what the right here? What the fuck are you doing?
You almost killed them if that would have went to the right.
Sorry about that.
Well, that's a cool painting.
Like, oh my god, how epic this is! Like how brilliant this movie is. Like you don't think anything about it. You think this is just a painting. That's it. But man, like holy shit! When it comes back to the painting later, like that's amazing.
Right.
You're kidding, aren't you? It is product placement that rivals Wayne's World. Yeah, it is the 16th anniversary to the Friday the 13th remake. The smile,
Holy,
baby.
16 years. Yeah. Jeez. Oh.
Touchy.
Even the actor's movements here and the facial expressions.
Yeah. Touchy.
Touchy. Even just the shot of that house. That makes the house look creepy in that shot right now.
Yeah. That's what I love is like whenever they're going to cut scenes, this is how you should do it. Show me the outside of the house and then go to your next scene. Don't do a fade out. Like, I know I keep bitching about it, but that's one of my least favorite parts of this whole movie is that one fade out. I'm like, damn it.
I don't think this movie you need the fade outs, to be honest.
It didn't at all.
So I don't know what they're doing that for. And some of this camera work is what some of the horror movies are missing right now.
And this movie still has so many moments that are so damn funny.
Agreed.
Like we're about to meet Harold, and he is one of my favorite characters in all of horror history. He's so funny.
I always feel like that fish is going to come alive on the wall.
Yeah.
Look at
Well,
the
at the
checkered.
Wendy's salad bar.
That's pretty funny.
Product placement is so funny in these movies, man. Like even like especially the 80s movies because they're so obvious with what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I always like this camera work above the stairs because it always looks like something's watching you above the stairs. I always love that.
To me, I've always thought that this was kind of like that first shot right there was very Psycho-esque. You know, when you're watching him come up the stairs from the top view.
Well, the stairs look similar to the Psycho stairs too.
Yes.
And there's a room to the when he comes up that way. It looks like the mom, you know, what we all thought was the mom coming out of there.
Yeah. I always wondered how much of this movie did they actually film in the house and how much did they film on a set? I would love to know that.
Yeah, I would love to know that too. I think even Ty West's House of the Devil pays homage to the house in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. I didn't. This is another part as a kid.
Well, she's just standing there.
It's gonna trick you too, Roger. Leave while you can.
Yeah. Oh, she was a ghost. Right.
Yeah, dude. Now he's turning on every single light.
That's it. Yeah. Oh, look at all those old products.
And that's a shot that I love, and I wanted to get a shot like that in Home is Where the Haunt Is, of us walking up to a bathroom mirror, but without seeing the camera behind us, and we couldn't get it to look right. It didn't look good every time we did it.
No. What's a film you would love to direct, Ken, if you were able to?
What's one that I would like to direct?
Yeah, that you haven't done yet. What's a film you would love to do?
I would love to make like a real rom-com, like no horror whatsoever, just like a true rom-com. I would love to do that. I'm a huge rom-com fan anyway.
Awesome. And we don't see much of those anymore, right?
No. Here's Harold.
Jeez.
God, I love this part right here.
Well, it's such a funny scene.
Bitch under the sun. I'd be surprised if someone fed up and offered her. Heart of gold, though.
It's so good
I don't
lines,
care-
right?
I don't care how many times I see it. That's so great. Like, oh, heart of gold, though. Yeah. Real lovely lady.
Well, you know, it's a really good line if it makes you laugh that many times.
Dude,
For sure.
it's just, she was my aunt. Heart of gold. Like, I love that shit.
Yeah, it's so really good.
Solitude.
You know? Oh, jeez. That's funny.
Carries his book in his pocket. Fuck.
So how closely did the neighborhood look the same when you walked down it? Did you recognize anything else?
Oh, it's changed a lot.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the house, like, if you can't see it, but right behind where Roger's at, that's the road that you turn on. Like, it's right at the end of the street.
Wow. Yeah, I have seen that deleted scene of Terminator 2.
I love, like, when you can do a good shot like that where you see them in the mirror from the mirror's almost perspective, but you don't see the camera. Like, it's such a good shot.
Yeah, it's a really good shot. Yeah.
And the score here is so subtle, but it's so good. I wish
It
they had
is.
this on vinyl. Like, oh my gosh, it's such a good score. And I love how you get almost a sepia type feeling here when you go to the Vietnam flashbacks. Like, it looks completely different. It's shot completely different.
Well, and you can see him, they show it in a way that he's thinking about it, right? With that white lens.
Right. That's what I love about it.
Yeah. Showing some war scenes here. Oh. Jeez, there was a tiny little snake in there.
Fucking Big Ben, man.
Yeah. Really good writing for this scene too. Just for them talking.
Well, that's what I love about this movie is like you this feels real.
Yeah. Got down. You never know when they're gonna pop up.
Right. It probably didn't help that Big Ben's laughing and scaring people.
No, it definitely didn't. And then now he's going all crazy with the gun. See, that's how you go from a scene to back to the other scene.
Yes. Just that easy, just that quick.
Yeah. It's like basically like snap out of it, right?
A rogue editor that was like, I'm gonna try a fade out on one scene. Doesn't it stick out? Like, I feel like I'm such a broken record when I complain about it, but it really is.
I'm like, why was it needed?
If you listen here, this isn't the part. There's a part coming up where he's watching his wife on TV, and she literally says in the show, my sister was an only child. And it's like, wait, what? Like,
Oh my goodness, that was a cool shot where he turns the ghost
The
off
kid
in the
off.
camera.
Yeah.
Kitty, yeah. You couldn't even tell he almost like came from a TV, but it's actually from the window.
Right.
And this scene, this movie keeps you engaged and glued to the story and movie.
Right. Well, and I think that's another thing about this score too. Is this score really does like enhance that fear. And there's so many things in the background that you don't know, like that painting behind him right there. Like that's such foreshadowing into something that's going to happen later. Same thing with another painting downstairs later.
They use a lot of their environment and background to tell you what's going on if you're not really
Right.
paying
And
attention.
none of it you'll even pay attention to until you've seen the movie. And then you go back, you're like, wait a minute, hold on. That happens later. You know, like that's what I love about this.
Well, because you're so focused on the story, you forgot to look around and see what they're
Right.
telling you. You feel like something's going to pop out at this moment. That
And
was
he's
pretty
also
cool.
got on one of the coolest, deepest V sweatshirts I've ever seen in my life.
For sure. And I love how you can see the reflection when the door opened on the mirror.
Yeah, man. Oh, she's going crazy. Yes, totally agree, Big Rod. Movies like this, especially, they really use the score. They rely on the score to make it a better film.
Yeah, and they use the score to tell you what's going on in each scene too.
Yes.
Back then they really put so much passion into the score too. You wouldn't be able to tell that wall was that color because when it was turned off, it was a different color.
Right.
At that point, something should have jumped out of that closet, but it doesn't. And then it's almost like a Friday score there for a second.
Mm-hmm. That swelling string.
Yeah. That's what you felt like if Jason was going to jump out of there. I don't know, something about creepy when you have a shot of the clock like that. I was always creeped out.
Exactly 12 o'clock.
Oh my gosh. The way that creature looks too is pretty cool.
Looks practical. Completely practical.
Yeah, and then that's why I prefer the practical over CGI over to any day.
Yep. You know what that monster's name was on set? Cujo.
Playing a homage to Cujo.
Yep.
A Stephen King adaptation.
And all the old beta movies, baby.
Yeah.
See, this is one of my this is one of my favorite parts of the score of the whole movie because it's got that goofy feeling, but it's still like
yeah. God makes it creepy and scary at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what all that camera work reminds me of? Poltergeist a little bit.
I can see that. I love this right here, though. Writers are weird, huh?
He's looking at him like, what the?
See, if nobody lived at the house, that's the picture I would have took. Me and my knees in front of the house like that. Like if that's what I would have done, for
yeah,
sure.
you would have just did this.
Yeah, just in their on their sidewalk, absolutely. Solitude. Cheers, bro. We got to meet both of them.
Awesome.
Both of those two. He's not doing good. He looks bad.
Oh no, really bad health.
He looks bad.
Oh, that's
yeah. The creepy stare right here.
You know what this neighborhood reminds you of? Wes Craven's Deadly Friend.
Yeah,
just a little bit. Yeah.
Hopefully, there's no one playing basketball.
No, throw that at someone's head. See if the head will explode. That was a scene I never expected in Deadly Friend.
Yeah. especially with her, because like whenever I saw her, I always thought of Throw Mama from the Train and
What are you doing?
Goonies.
Yeah. Yeah. She was a talented actress for sure, though.
Yeah. I'm gonna have that stuck in my head all night now.
Now you'd be singing it all night.
Yep, for sure.
Oh, the camera slowly goes to the door, back to him, to the door. It's getting closer. Oh. Wow.
The look of sheer disappointment on his face.
Yeah. Didn't need to say anything, just by your face it tells you that scene. Oh, the sound of the clock again.
Yeah, he's just like, oh shit. Not bad.
Now this score is amazing too. Do, 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 do.
Lay down. Over here.
He just peers with beer and whatever.
Even he screams too. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
Should have had Frasier.
It's been a while since I've seen House of 2 second story as well.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like it's
I
a
know.
fine movie, you know. It's just
But it doesn't come close
should
to
have had
this, though.
yeah. It should have had a different title because it's nothing like it has nothing to do with this movie at all.
I don't. It has nothing to do. It doesn't even feel like a House sequel.
No,
begin
it
with.
doesn't. That's it. No offense, Roger. What about me? You think I'm
He's all
free to be
serious.
too?
He's all happy.
Yeah. I love this.
Oh, jeez.
Right now, you seem fine.
See, it's never boring dialogue either. It's really good dialogue.
No. That's awesome, Dylan. See, that's cool. Like, at least Scream led you to this movie, you know?
That's right. Because Randy mentions it. Wait, not Randy. It's one of the guys in the filming.
Yeah, it's the guy.
Filming.
What the fuck is it? Josh?
Joshua Jackson.
Joshua Jackson. That's who it was.
Yeah, I don't remember that for a second.
What's up, Castellar?
I just had to picture the filming scene for a minute, the filming class scene for a minute. I'm like, wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Hellraiser Hellsent will follow. Okay.
If it wasn't Steve Miner, this is a movie I could see Wes directing. I would have saw it.
There's a like I said, there's a lot of. I think this movie is seriously. It's just like an '80s like. Man, just like time capsule, man. Yes, thanks, Rod. I did my job at the channel, man.
Awesome. This is a movie everybody or every horror fan should at least watch once at least.
Yeah, but that's like the like people don't get it, but like, House 2 was referenced by Dawson Creek's best friend. Dude, like, whenever I have people hit me up and they're like, dude, I watched that movie House because of you and I loved it. I'm always just like, oh, dude, that's such a cool feeling. Like, it makes me feel so good when people say that to me.
Yeah, I've been told that too on my channel. A few people told me, like, I watched it because you recommended or talked about it, and I watched it. Had a good time. Yeah, always a good feeling too.
Thank you, Big Rod. And you guys, you can become a member now of Sledgehammer Horror for just 99 cents a month. Down in the description, click that link, become a member. You get exclusive first content tomorrow. You'll get some non-horror related content because we're taking our daughters to Disney on Ice. So we'll be doing some on location stuff of us at Disney on Ice with our little girls. So members will get that tomorrow as well. And you get all our videos first before anybody else gets to see them. So, and you're helping the channel. It helps us a lot. So become a member now. You can do that down in the description.
What's so genius because your last name is already Sledge as it is, so you just add the hammer part and horror. Right. There you go.
Right. Well, and it's funny because, like, when I first started this channel, it was called Ken's Horror Corner.
Oh, okay.
And my buddy Bill is the one that was like, dude, why don't you just call it Sledgehammer Horror? And I was like, how the fuck did I not think of that?
And then it clicked, and here you are.
Simple, like, but it works so well. And
it's and you're already able to put your last name in there. So
Sledgehammer. And I'm glad I did change the name because, like, when we first started, Ashley didn't want anything to do with being in front of the camera at all.
And ever since she did amazing. She has been doing an amazing job, by the way.
Right. And I told her that, like, the how far she's come from when she started, you know, like, she hated me. Even when we were kids, because we went to a audio visual class together in high school. She hated being in front of the camera. Like, she was always the writer, cameraman, stuff like that, but she did not want to be in front of the camera. And I was like, babe, you're so good.
Especially when she just
Walt Disney's brain.
Yeah, there you go.
We did that last year too, because we take our girls to Disney on Ice every year.
Oh yeah.
And we did it last year too. We did a members only video of it. And it's just, dude, I love being at Disney on Ice. That shit is so much fun.
I would love to go there if I ever could.
My name's really Rod. Too bad I'm not into conversations about fishing.
It's funny. Back to the war scenes again. Well, and two of the war scenes fit the story of what's going on currently too.
Exactly. Because, like, I love that earlier when he's talking about how his next book's going to be about Vietnam and everybody's like, cool. Then he tells his publisher, he's like, I have to do this. Like, I have to get this out. It makes it that much more personal.
I don't know why I could picture this character being played by Patrick Warburton for a minute, just the way he looks.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Jeez.
Fucking Ben, man.
That's right, Big Rod from Night Court.
Yep.
And and these scenes are very well lit too. You know what I mean?
And you know that this couldn't have been on a set. This had to be outside somewhere. Because it's so, I mean, if it was on set, this had to be a huge set.
And that would have cost a lot just to build this. So.
Yes. Main character writes a Vietnam book, immediately part of the Tropic Thunder universe. Acres of movie. This was, Stacy, this was my first horror movie. And it's meant the world to me ever since. So I probably watched it in 89. I was probably about 3 when I watched it for the first time, 3 or 4. And I was just hooked. Like I was hook, line, and sinker. I fell in love with horror. This right now would not be happening without this movie. 100%.
We all
This is the movie that introduced me to horror. This is the movie that made me fall in love with horror. Like I said, I still watch this movie, no joke, probably 8-9 times a year. It's to me, it's one of the best horror movies ever made.
You
It
started
has
with
everything.
You started with House. I started with The Exorcist. That's how I
Right.
started, and then went from there. Right. So we all have our own different stories how we started horror, and it amazes me how I love them all. How we all started, right? We all have our own
I
way.
used to be so scared of fish mounted on walls because of this.
Well, because the
If you've
eye
ever seen, like,
moves, I understand. Yeah.
whenever I used to see like fish mounted on a wall, used to scare the shit out of me.
Well, they feel like you're watching you, and you feel like the eye's gonna move, and they're gonna move like that and talk to you. And I understand. Yeah, it's almost something like out of Evil Dead too. This scene.
Yeah.
Like if the fish could be laughing at you.
What I love about this too is it's such a basic, practical effect.
For sure. And I see Coca-Cola there again.
Huh?
I see Coca-Cola under that thing there.
Coca-Cola. Always. It's all over the place in this movie. But it's such a like a cool what's the word I'm looking for? Like animatronic, and it works so well.
Right.
No, I mean, like I probably saw a couple episodes of Scooby-Doo. I didn't watch a lot of cartoons when I was younger. I was always at the video store. Like my mom and dad, for those of you that don't know, my mom and dad owned a mom and pop video store. And so I was at the video store all the time. I didn't watch a lot of cartoons. Everything I watched was mostly movies.
For sure. Yeah, but I've seen a lot of I was always a huge fan of I've seen a lot of the reruns of the Scooby-Doo Where Are You, especially the original Scooby-Doo Where Are You, because I think there's still a lot of horror elements in there that can freak you out as a kid.
Right.
No, even though that there could be people every time, right? But there's just something about the original Scooby-Doo means to my heart for sure. Especially that there's some really good score moments when they show the monster or whoever's dressed as whoever, right?
Right.
That one score kicks in. But yeah, I've seen a lot of horror movies too when I was young. I started young when I was a kid too. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I did. So, and I missed the good old days, Cam, where you can go into like a movie video game rental store and just see that whole horror section, rent movies every so often. That feel. Good times.
Oh yeah.
And I love that Trick or Treat Studios is keeping Scooby-Doo costumes alive.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's not everyone's doing it too. Not every single Halloween store is doing it. At least they are. At least. Oh, that's very cool. How those tools are floating in the air. I'm starting to notice
this. When you see stuff like there's one, I'll show you when we get the cop scene coming up.
Now, I see some really a lot of influence in the horror film you just did. You were telling us about, because I
Oh
see
yeah.
I see what where you took from. I'm starting to notice.
There's another part coming up very quickly that reminds me of Little Monsters.
Oh yeah. Oh jeez.
The Sandy Monster, baby.
I'm glad I haven't seen this in a while, so I'm getting genuine reactions again. Because I forgot about that. Oh, that's very cool. I love that practical effect going on there. He wakes up. Oh, it was just her. Okay. Unfortunately, the house made it look like it was something else. He shot her by accident. Oh, it's a pink phone? See, they didn't go over crazy with the blood. Just have a little blood on her, and
Yep.
it's effective. For a movie that's free on YouTube, Ken still looks pretty good.
Yeah, it just looks really, really good.
Yeah. Looks like I'm watching, a movie from now, and yet I know it's from the 80s, but it just looks like it's from a
Right.
movie from now. Yeah, I just watched Hard Eyes recently, not that long ago in the theater.
Yeah. Haven't
Looking
seen it
forward.
yet.
Oh yeah, I won't spoil anything. So that's why I
Yeah, I'm
recommend you watch the film first, then watch my review. But I'm looking forward to The Monkey as well because I was a fan of what Osgood and Perkins did with Longlegs last year. So
Yeah.
there's actually really good
Fuck.
movies that I'm interested in.
When you're Anthony Perkins' kid, like you get that brain of his, man.
Yeah, because Anthony Perkins was a phenomenal actor and director.
Yep.
So. Well, that's awesome, Big Rod. Enjoy the movie on Saturday.
Oh, hell yeah. I hope you enjoy it, man.
So I noticed some of your posts, Ken, about some of the craziest comments you're getting. I'm just shaking my head. I'm like, really, people, that what you're saying?
Oh man.
I get those comments too. I'm just like, okay.
Thank you.
Oh man, that would be so cool if Ken was a extra or some type of cameo in the new house remake.
Dude, I would love that, man. A relationship tax write-off. Can I use your bathroom? Watch, coming up, there's a huge, like I said, a huge foreshadowing that we never caught when we were younger just because we didn't pay that much attention to that type of stuff.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Even the floor they chose for this house, whoever's chose to have that checkered floor is perfect. Yeah, I wonder how much they shot in the house or actual and on set. So
yeah, it does. It looks real good.
I definitely agree, Big Rod. Yeah, I beat you to it by a few seconds.
Just like little stuff like that, like shaking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and even just the shot of the bullet shells, yeah. I do see some influences in here for the Resident Evil video games, especially the first game in the mansion. There's some influences in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe foreshadowing with the clock back there.
He's like, I'm not. That's why the bullets were on the floor, dickhead.
What is your favorite line of this movie, Ken?
My favorite line?
Yeah.
It's coming up. Like there. Look at the painting. How you got everything cut apart when we already saw the floating tools. Love that, man.
Yeah. That's something they don't do anymore.
Well, and if you heard, his aunt painted that picture.
Right.
So it's something that she had gone through, you know.
I love how you put
You
something
can't hurt me or my son anymore. That whole speech I love.
Awesome. You put something red on the fish.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that you chose this movie to watch to bring me on. This is awesome.
Yeah, of course, man. I've been trying to find someone to watch it with. So I'll be right back, guys. I got to be daddy for just a second.
You be right back. I'll take over for a little bit. How's everyone doing tonight on this awesome Thursday? What are you all doing this weekend? Because I know Big Rod's watching Hard Eyes on Saturday. Yeah, for sure, Big Rod. Foreshadow for the two is flying on him. Yeah, definitely. And the way he's slowly walking to the door that's under the stairs, very cool. I'm doing good, Big Rod. My health is doing as the best I can. For most part. Doing okay. How are you? Doing good. It's been a good week so far. Oh, I like that shout when he's walking before he walks around the corner there.
Sorry about that, guys.
That's all good. I kept them entertained.
Where's your son, Roger?
Yeah, Def, that music started playing for sure, Dylan.
Yep. That's awesome. Love that shot too. Like it's crazy how much bigger the room looks there than when she's behind him. It looks so much smaller and like claustrophobic when she's right behind him.
Oh,
I love that.
I didn't see that coming. Yeah, I thought he was going to come through the door. That teeth on her there.
Where's your son, Roger?
That's a good line too. The way it's delivered. Uh-oh. What's so cool is they just put the person into that type of, suit.
Yeah. Yeah, a full bodysuit.
Yeah. Oh. Some of the tools in the air could be like almost like a 3D moment, the way it reminded me of.
Yeah. He pulled a yeah from Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Killing monsters with the shears.
Yeah. Even this music that's playing right now.
Yeah. You're no good. You're no good.
Puts her head in a bag, buries it. I could have seen you singing this, Ken.
Oh, I love this song. I love this song so much.
Yeah, it's a really good song.
Yeah, all the burial plots all over the yard.
Right. Da, 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 da.
Just that moment of like, what?
Yeah. Even just the arm of the hands moving.
I don't know, Ryan. Like, yes, I'm excited for it, but I'm also at the point where I just want the fucking thing to come out and be done. Like, I'm so tired of all the bullshit that comes with it, then I'm ready for it to be done.
They need
Even if it's a montage of burying monsters.
I'm excited for it, Ryan. They just need to quit announcing stuff and then end the franchise on something big and good enough. Because otherwise, Scream 7 is not gonna have no surprise at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I will say this: Kevin Williamson is the right one to do it. So,
It's right back to beating her ass.
he almost looked like the killer for a second, holding that axe the way that face,
Yeah.
right? But we all know he isn't, but it's just funny. Oh yeah, Dylan. See, that's always a cool shot of the house to keep doing. Ken?
See, we've heard, the rumor is that Scream 8 is already in production. So
yeah, I've been told that too. So
I mean, we'll see. Kind of putting the cart before the horse there. So
hopefully it makes sense to do a Scream 8, because otherwise, just cash them on it now, right? So. But what are you excited for this year, Ken? Though, what are you excited for?
I don't even know anymore, man.
Yeah,
fucking dog.
he's got the hand. Oh, that's funny. What makes it funny is because the nails are red.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Scott, guy.
Megan 2.0, the Black Phone 2. I think those will both be up there. Final Destination.
Yeah, because that's gonna be a special film since it's Tony Todd's final film of that movie.
Death of a Unicorn. We did a trailer reaction on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm hoping there's a couple that come out of nowhere, like that we've never heard of. Because it's kind of hard to say like what I'm excited about when I haven't seen. You know what I mean? Like it's like the only ones I'm thinking of are like they got the 2 new Insidious movies coming out. Until Dawn.
I want a horror film that will just come out of nowhere and just be surprised.
Yes,
people. That's what I want.
This is so weird to me. She's like, hey, why don't you watch my son, crazy guy that I've never met in my life that I saw beating the hell out of a trash bag earlier?
Yeah, really. And then what's creepy with the hand on the kid there?
Yeah.
Now that's something out of Evil Dead with the hand just wandering around.
Where you going, little fella? Like, you stay here while I go with your kid. Like, what the fuck, Roger?
That's just it's wrong.
He's like, why don't you come here, Robert, you little shit?
Yeah, geek guy. It was
all this happens right here. I can't find my kid. He's with this weird guy. All this is happening. Then she's like, you want to just watch him for the night? Like,
right.
What the fuck?
I love how the hand's spinning in the toilet right now.
Yeah.
I haven't heard any updates in a while, Ryan, but I am excited for Day Follows when eventually that comes out.
Yes, love this movie, Scottish Geek guy. Why is my camera not working?
I was wondering what happened to your camera. There you go.
Thanksgiving 2.
Oh yes, Thanksgiving 1 was just a huge surprise for me last when it came out.
Okay. Does anybody need a timestamp? We are watching this on YouTube, so if anybody needs a timestamp, please let us know. We'd love to give you one. I'm going on a date now. Let me kiss this weird guy on the face. Buzz off.
Yeah.
My sister was an only child, and you abused her. I could never forgive you for that. I can't hide the fact that I've been a male prostitute my entire life.
Oh, I see the toy that the kid was having. I'm just trying to think of that cartoon for a moment.
All right, Scottish Geek, we are at 101, 57, 58, 59, 102.
Same as me. We're still on the same time.
Yep. You want something to play with? How about a plastic bag?
Plastic bag.
What? Okay, one more time on the timestamp. 102, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Oh, I don't know why that's funny. Oh. There. This movie flies by fast after a while.
It does, because I think the reason why is there's not much filler time. Like, you're invested in everything that's happening.
Well,
like,
you're
throughout the whole
enjoying
movie.
it, right?
Right.
So, and then if you're enjoying it, you know the movie's doing a good job.
It is.
It sure is, Big Rod. Yeah. Oh.
I like how when they're telling the story of Vietnam, it's
Right.
cut into segments. Like, you don't have to see
The
the
whole
whole
thing.
thing happen at once. Like, they cut it into segments. That way it increases your wanting to go back to it. Like, oh shit, he got
Well-
shot. What happened?
What also fits too, each scene from the war fits what's going on here at the moment as
Right.
well. So
This part coming up, Big Rod, is the other part that really reminds me of Little Monsters.
oh jeez.
Those practical effects right there, those practical little monsters, they remind me of Little Monsters.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Woohoo! Up the chimney. But they're freaky looking with those big ass eyes.
Yeah. It's almost like all those critters too, a little bit.
Yeah. If I could change anything about this movie, I wish we could have gotten more of the monsters.
Yeah.
But then again, like, if we did, maybe it wouldn't have been as much.
No, I think they have the good right amount, I think. But
Right.
yeah,
It's like Bruce the Shark and Jaws. Like, if you would have seen it more, maybe it wouldn't have been as enjoyable or
Well,
scary.
it would have ruined the mystique of Jaws if they did that.
Right. So I think that this could have been something like that.
That's why I appreciated that Godzilla -1 paid
Totally
homage
agree.
to Jaws, right?
Yeah. Totally agree, Big Rod. Such a perfect gateway horror movie.
It definitely is. It's a good way to start too, and then go on to other things. Look at that! Look at that bright green bathroom.
Which is so funny because as a kid, this was not a horror comedy to me. Like this was a straight up horror movie to me as a kid.
I definitely see what
Obviously,
you
I've gotten
mean.
older, and like some of the jokes that went over my head as a kid, like that I didn't think was funny. It's changed. Obviously, this is a horror comedy. Like obviously, it is. But to me, as a child, this was a terrifying horror movie. Like I was scared to
Yeah.
death of this movie as a kid. I
It's
loved
cool.
it. It gave me that good feeling of being scared, but I still was very, very scared of this movie when I was young.
Yeah, if you're not like seeing the comedy, it definitely looks like just a serious horror film.
Right. Like I'm seeing monsters for the first time, like all that shit. It's just like, what the hell am I watching?
Now I can definitely see why this freaked you out.
Hi.
And it's still I think it still holds up to this movie though.
Oh, dude, this movie definitely holds up. I'll argue that with anybody. Like, yeah, some of the dialogue is wonky and shit like that, but overall, this movie really holds up.
It holds up then better than some of the other 80 movies that we've seen.
Oh, dude, for sure. And this didn't rely on there's no nudity in this movie.
No, I didn't need it to begin with.
Right. Very little blood and guts. Like this is just, a scary movie with
And
real comedy to
to
go along
me,
with it.
the only time you really need really gore and nudity if it fits the story you're trying to tell, and this it doesn't need it.
Right.
So you just don't want to just throw in nudity and gore just because either. So
to me, the gore's never been scary. That's just
No.
I'm not against
I was
it.
never bothered by gore
Ashley,
either. So
Ashley is the gore whore in our relationship. Like the gorier, the better. Not me. I'm more for the love stories. It's so weird how different we are.
Well, that's what makes you even more close.
I fucking love this part. He's like, shoot it again. How?
I can see you delivering that line, Ken. How?
Oh, dude, I would so do it too.
Shoot again.
George Wendt is so good though. Like the way that he can make things land, like he's so good.
There is a movie out there you can buy it on, Byron.
I know that you can buy. I know for sure you can get it on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I don't know if yes they do. House 1 through 4 4K Ultra Edition.
Oh, there you go.
We'd have to get House 1 through 4, all 4 of them, and 3 is dog shit.
Yeah, I did.
3 has nothing to do with the other movie. I mean, like at least House 2 is still like a haunted house type movie, but
Right.
man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they definitely are very buddy cop, like good cop, bad cop.
It's almost like you put a buddy cop comedy into a horror film.
Right. But I love this. Like, shoot it again. He's like, I can't shoot it again. Like,
I'm not gonna shoot it.
I fucking love this part.
He's using a mattress while he's holding the thing. And here you can never ever see the jump scares coming. They get you.
Right.
So
the House 4K collection. Shoot it, Harold. Ultra HD. It looks like it was put out by Blue. Oh no, that's who. It doesn't even say on here. NSM put out the 4K Ultra HD version.
ooh, yeah.
The line's attached. House collection uncut.
Even the shower is getting pulled into the closet room.
If it's the last thing that I do.
Big Rod, I would watch Halloween 3 over House 3 any day.
Do what?
I was just saying I would watch Halloween 3 over House 3 over any day.
Dude, I just House 3 is so like at least
It's
House
horrible.
4, like
Yeah.
it goes back. House 4 is the only one in the franchise besides this one that even talks about this house.
Right.
Like Roger Cobb is in House 4. I won't say anything in case people haven't seen it, but like at least it goes back to this story. House 4 should have been House 2.
Yeah, it should have been. I don't know what they were doing.
Like that's the true to me, that's the
Four is the
true
true
sequel
sequel?
to House is House 4.
Yeah.
What's up, Russell?
So it's almost like Exorcist 3 was the true sequel, right?
Yes, to Exorcist, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I love this, how it's actually him now back in time with Ben at Vietnam.
And it fits what just happened there. Hey, Russell, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm a fan of Halloween 3. House 4 is just like I said, it is the true sequel to this movie, but it's too goofy. Like,
Yeah.
where this one has its goofy moments, House 4 is just over the top goofy, like the talking pizza and shit. Like, it's
This
way
one
over the
has
top
the
with
good
the
amounts of
goofiness.
the horror and the comedy. So, taking over again. I agree, Big Russell. Darn. Jeez.
I love this. It's the silhouette of the door. Like, it
Yeah,
looks so good.
I agree. It's just that then he jumps right through it and it lands
Yeah.
back in the room.
Yeah. Harold's all wasted with his New Balances.
Yeah. It's just me. Uh,
All of beer and a bottle of Jim Beam or Jack Daniels.
oh, there's the house again.
The realization right here. I love this is another part that scared me as a kid.
Yeah. See
I
that?
just talked about this on one of our videos. I can't remember what video it was, but this part right here scared me so bad as a kid. Just seeing you go back to the painting from earlier, and then you
Yeah.
see Jimmy in the painting.
In the mirror, yeah. Yeah. That's always cool how they just use that
Dude,
painting.
like that scared me so bad as a kid. Because like he knows his son is still in the house. Like he knows it, but where is he? Why can't I find him?
Yeah, where is he?
I agree, Russell.
For sure, Russell.
And like
then
this
he's-
shot right here, like how brilliant this is. Like you just saw him open that mirror.
And then you just see the chair go through it.
Yeah, and yet it's an open space. You know what I mean? Like to me, that's just it's so good how they're able to do that.
And
You,
it's
you
all
just
black.
watched him open it. Like
yeah, it's all black.
and there was
there
no
and-
cut there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
God, it's so fucking good. Right here,
And
how he
there's
opens the door or up in the window.
And nothing on the other side of it. So it's not like he's going to another dimension or something.
Right.
Well, then that thing grabs him by the arm. So,
Yeah.
that's very cool how it's edited and shot.
Okay, there is a part coming up that does look wonky. Like me upon a rewatch, because like I never have like really watched this movie through a critic's eye until me and Ashley did our review on it.
Right.
Because we wanted to do a review on this movie because of how much it means to me. Obviously, yes, we
Right.
have, Russell. If you want a timestamp, let me know. It's free on YouTube. I pinned it at the top of the chat, so if you want to watch along with us, you can, brother. But I had never ever watched this movie through a critic's eye until I did with Ashley when we did our review. And there's a part coming up that is just like, I can't believe, like, even the many times I watched it, I didn't realize how
Until you started
silly.
criticizing it, right?
Yeah, until I started looking at it through a critic's eye, you know?
Yeah. Until you started doing like more review of it, right?
Right.
Geez, that just looks like, you know what that reminds me of? Like him looking from a projector window from the theater.
Yes, dude, and it looks so good.
Yeah. He's grabbing a
It's
rope,
one of those
gun,
swipes, man.
flashlight.
Swipes still irritate me. They're not as bad as a fade out, but those swipes is still like, "Ugh."
It's like,
The
what?
part where he's falling, I'm gonna say that the part where he's falling looks so wonky. But again,
That's
I
what you're
love it.
talking
Like,
about. Yeah.
yeah, it's coming up, but like it's so wonky, but I still love it. Like I would rather that than like a CGI, you know.
Oh, yeah. Do you even know where you're going? Just looks like he's just dropping down forever. Can't even see what's down there.
Yeah. Not this part. It's coming up. You'll know when you see it. He look. It just looks so
Oh, yeah.
It looks so goofy, but I do love this part though. Even that, like, it doesn't look great, but it still looks good for
Right.
being in fucking 1985. 40 years old.
I was expecting that to fly at him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on Tubi, Russell? Cool.
On our timestamp, we are at 117, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, hour and 18 minutes, where he's going down through the mirror.
Yeah, on the rope. The score here, I tell you. Oh, I see. That does look horrible. When he's falling? Is that what you meant?
Yes, dude.
Yeah. But it's pretty funny that creature grabbed a shotgun, though. That was funny.
Right. Like when you see
But
just him in
I
the...
see. Oh, yeah. What's in the water? Yeah, now he's in the water, Russell. Now it looks like he's coming out of a swamp. That's pretty cool. Like, this is another world in that mirror, Ken. Like,
Right. See, like, this is what I was hoping they would expand upon in sequels. Is like, what, like, again, I don't need you to hold my hand and walk me through shit, but like,
right.
what started the original possession of the house? Like,
Yeah.
did it start with this? Was it haunted before? Because obviously Anna Elizabeth has seen other shit.
Like, who else lived here?
He just came to Jimmy in the cage, Russell.
Now the war scenes make sense, right? So
Right.
now this feels like a totally different movie in general. Just seeing the war scenes, you know what I mean? So it's just tackling all genres in here.
All right, Russell. He is coming up, going up. They're in the swimming pool.
Yeah. They're above water hugging right now.
Happy ending for all. But wait a minute. There's still 12 minutes left. That can't be the end.
Harry Maffadini is smart by throwing just happy music in there and then
Yep.
just biting you. Oh, you think it was over? No, it's not. Oh, ha. And it's just a skeleton face and everything.
Kane Hodder did a lot of these stunts too.
Yeah, the legendary Kane Hodder. This is even before he took over the role as Jason. Yeah. So
yep. No.
I still got to see the movie Prison that he did when he comes out of the corpse. All of the just the one shot of him through the door. The axe.
You're pissing me off, Rogers.
Oh, it's coming through the windows now. That's the best you got. It didn't even fade him. Just the shadow of him before he comes around the corner is pretty cool.
Yeah, but to me also, it's like this was a twist to me as a kid. Like I didn't see this coming. You know what I mean? Even though they set it up so good.
Right, you're just thinking it's over, and then bam, gotcha.
I'll tell you this, Big Rod. We've gotten to meet Kane a couple times. Never been a bad experience with him. We met him for the first time at Horror Hound. And at Horror Hound, he photobombed me and William Catt when we were getting a picture. In the picture of me and William Catt together, Kane's in the background, like, and I was like, holy fuck, I got photobombed by Kane Hodder. Well, then we met him again at Astronomicon in Detroit. And we sat at the bar and talked to him for about an hour and about doing an interview and stuff. And he's like, so do you want to do the interview? And we're like, no, dude, you're not getting paid right now. We'll wait till tomorrow at the convention. And he was like, you come to my table tomorrow when you get here and we'll do a quick little interview. So Ashley, we walked to his table at the very beginning of the con. He looked over, he's like, Ashley. Like he totally remembered her. And so like he's just one of those guys that and he loves to talk, he loves to converse. And he's just not what you would expect. Like he's just he's a bigger guy. Like he's not tall. He's about as tall as me. I'm 5'9". But he's just like the sweetest guy to talk to. Like he's so kind and so grateful for all his fans. I've always had nothing but the best experiences with Kane Hodder.
I always heard good experiences about him. I never heard bad. So
yes, there's some people that like a couple times we've met Tom Savini. He was cool. Other times he was just rushed and didn't seem interested at all. The worst one was that we met in person. What's her name?
Well, you always will find someone that will.
Oh, she was terrible. Terrible. She was the worst.
But you can tell the difference who really enjoy their fans and who doesn't, right?
You can. And she was one of them. Nancy Stevens. She played Marion Chambers in Halloween 1978. She was awful. Surprising. Awful. Really bitchy, really shitty. I was bummed. So was Ashley, obviously, being a huge Halloween 1978 fan.
Oh, yeah, I get you, especially, being, nurse, Marion.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Ashley was super bummed with how we got out of her line. We didn't even stay in line to meet her after the way that she was talking.
Just ruined the whole vibe, right? Just ruined the whole moment.
We literally got out of her line and just left. And it was just because of how she was talking to people. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, why would you treat people like this? God, I love that.
Like, because you wouldn't be who you are if it wasn't for your fans. So, and you know what I mean? So,
oh, dude, I do.
Who would be watching Halloween if there was no fans, right? So,
right, yeah, you wouldn't be who you are. Like, I get it, man. We're all human beings. Everybody has
Of
bad
course.
days, but
Yeah, but when you
that's
just
still no reason to talk to people. Like the way that she was acting towards people, yelled at
No.
one guy, and it was just not a good experience.
I had a really good experience with Rose McGowan from Scream. The one that played Tatum.
Cool.
She signed my Scream Blu-ray because she came to a con here that's just new in my city. So, and it was awesome experience for me. So, and I get to meet Bret Hart, the legendary Bret Hart wrestler. So
that's awesome. Yeah, we're going to be guests at Astronomicon again this year, media guests with like Kevin Nash is going to be there, Sting's going to be there.
Cool.
The Terrifier cast and crew is all going to be there.
Oh, I had David on for an interview on my channel.
Oh, I love David. Such a nice guy.
I always thought he took the Art of the Clown road to the next level. No offense to
you did. Well, watch the guy that did it first, and then watch David.
Yeah,
because Mike Kevin did Sawa, dude. I never thought I'd say that in my life, but
yeah, and I know the reason.
Yeah,
definitely.
People know why, and I don't need to put my, it's bad enough what he said, to me and Ashley, that backhanded shit he said about us doing our Final Destination critiques, but the stuff he said to other creators that we're close with,
I know.
I got no love for him, dude. And I always looked up to him, dude. Like, he was one of my favorite actors for a long time. And he's just like, he's so high on his own supply that I could never support that guy anymore.
Right.
He's the reason we haven't seen Hard Eyes, that we won't review it. I have no interest in ever reviewing anything he's a part of again. I don't want to bring any light to anything he's a part of. I'm not trying to like cancel him or tell you guys not to like him.
No.
That's not who we are.
No, but I didn't. When I did it, I didn't do it for him anyway. So I did it for Mason and everyone else part of it.
I love that part. How he cuts his head. You asked me about my favorite quote.
Oh, that's a good line. Yeah.
Yeah. I beat you in this goddamn house. You'll what? God, I love that. So long, sucker.
The where he puts the grenade can is pretty funny. And
like right up in his rib cage.
And how the door flies off. It was a good effect and explosion. And this camera shot from outside with the fires coming through the window is pretty cool too.
Yeah. Which obviously they didn't burn this house down because I've been there.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
For those of you that came in late that didn't see it earlier, I have been to the house. Ashley, myself, we took our kids when we went to California and we got to see the house. But
yeah. Christopher Landon has 2 movies, Hard Eyes and now Drop. So
what's his other one?
Drop. That's coming in April. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but that's what I heard. That's his other movie.
Okay.
But I was a fan of Happy Death Day again, 1 and 2 and
Freaky. Yeah.
Those are good mystery movies. Oh, there he goes, ends.
The freeze frame John Hughes ending, man. And then right here, even you've got that red color.
Yeah, and I miss that type of credits.
Yes.
Coloring. Even this score is pretty funny. Pretty cool.
And there it is, guys. My first horror movie and my favorite horror movie, House. I want to thank Kyle.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Ken. I appreciate the invite. I know we were talking about for a while what we should do, and you said you threw my house at me, and I was like, okay, light bulb went off my head. I was like, let's do it. This was a fun time watching it again because I know it's been a while for me, but I think it's still a good movie that holds up. Great cast, great effects, great jump scares, and just all around.
It's a movie that will always mean the world to me. There's just something about it. Maybe it's because it was my first horror movie, so I hold it in a high regard because of that, but it's still something that I've always loved and I always will. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Monday, my daughter and I will be live at 8 p.m. We are going to start our gameplay on Until Dawn. We kind of want to beat the game before the movie comes out so my daughter can watch the gameplay before we go and see the movie because she wants to go see it with us.
Awesome.
So that'll be the next time that we're live. Next week, we will have on the channel Charcy Lux, My First Horror Movie, talking about Tremors 2. Then we'll have our top 10 happy horror movie endings, which we might talk about House again on there. And then on Friday, we have Our Life in Horror came back to be guest to defend Wolfman 2025 on the first season of season 2 of In Defense Of. So make sure you guys are checking those out. If you haven't already, make sure you are definitely checking out Kyle's stuff. All his links are in the description. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you're following. Like I said, he's a good friend of the channel. And I'm so glad that he got to come on and watch my first horror movie with me. It was so great to have you back, Kyle.
It was.
Please don't go anywhere, though, Kyle. I would like to talk to you again a little bit. Everybody else, if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. It does help build the channel more than you know. And follow Sledgehammer Horror on social media. Our links are in the description as well. But until next time, keep talking horror, stay what you are, and we'll see you guys soon.
Have a good night, everyone.